you realize you're on the same team. The body that's carried you through trauma, through inflammation, through hunger, stress, exhaustion, and it's still here. It's still showing up. It's still trying. Hey y'all, I'm Shelly, Queen of Carni. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad y'all decided to join me today. I have something I'd really like to share with you guys, something that I realized about halfway through my journey. And that is, you are not your body. This is not just some spiritual fluff. It's a truth that has grounded me when everything else felt out of control. And I know you guys know what that feels like. Because for most of my life, I was my body. I felt tired. I blamed myself for everything. If I gained weight, I would punish myself. If I was bloated, I would spiral. And every symptom that I had felt like a personal failure. But here's the truth, guys. Your body is not you. It's your vessel. It's your home. It's your responsibility, yes, that is true. But it's not your identity. And so many of us, I think, me included, always identified myself and my body as the same thing. Let's talk about the identity shift that we all need to go through. You versus your symptoms. Your digestion, that's a symptom. Your hormones, we all have those. That's a symptom. And I know mine are like, woo, right now. You know, I'm going through perimenopause and everything, so my hormone systems, and, you know, they affect everything. So, you know, you've got progesterone, testosterone, estrogen, and then you've got all the other hormones that are in your system. Your cravings, your blood sugar, inflammation. Those are all systems. And they're not your enemies. They're not flaws, and they're not you. I know, sounds weird, right? They're just signals. They're responding to what you've eaten or how you've slept or the stress that you carry from life, your job, your relationship, all of that stuff. The way you move or you don't move. Those are all signals that your body sends you. All of it. They're not in charge. They're along for the ride. You're the driver. I know. It's great. So let's reframe the problem. Is it feedback or failure? So when something feels off, you know, when your body is bloated or like your feet feel tight, or it feels tight when you squeeze your hands together, or your skin breaks out, you've got like a weird rash or acne, you notice your joints are hurting, you know, when you get up out of bed or you get up off the couch and you have to like push yourself up and you're like, oh, you know, we've all had that, right? Or like if your heart races, you know, that's kind of a scary feeling, but it's not a betrayal. It's a message. And, you know, all these years, all of our lives, we've been taught to fear these messages, to silence them, to, you know, pop a pill. We get prescribed something. Oh, you're having this symptom? Well, here's a drug for you. Or, you know, oh, you're a few pounds overweight. Cut some calories. Or punish yourself harder because obviously you're not doing something right. And it's so frustrating to me because symptoms aren't a sign that you're broken. They're a sign that your body is trying. It's trying to adapt. It's trying to signal to you what it needs. It's flashing these red flashers at you going, hey, I need this. And when you take a bunch of medications or you're killing yourself trying to do this, that, or the other thing, you're not listening. You're suppressing it. And that's not your job. Your job is not to suppress those signals. It's to listen to those signals because your body is trying to tell you something. Our role is a caretaker. How we feed our body, how we support our body. We are the caretakers of the body. So this is where that shift happens. You stop being your body's highest critic, because we know we all are our worst critic, right? And you start being your body's fiercest protector, because you're its guardian, you're its caretaker, and that's your job, to protect it. So you ask, what foods make me feel nourished or not just full? What fats help my brain stay calm and clear, and you get that clarity that you've never had before? What foods or meals do I eat that keep me energized and not dragging ass or inflamed or like that foggy brain? And this is another problem that I think we all have been guilty of. You've got to stop chasing what's trendy. You know, there's always a new cool thing on the market, a new drug, a new way of doing it, a new combination of eating foods. There's always something new and trendy, right? And we all get caught up in that. But we need to stop focusing on that and stop listening to that and start listening to your body's signals and the data that your body is trying to feed you. So for me personally, that meant eating high-fat, animal-based foods. That meant choosing fewer ingredients to put into my body. I went from eating a vegetarian, mostly a vegetarian way of eating, to strict carnivore. I have tried to introduce a few things here and there. And right now in my healing phase, I have found that it just doesn't work for me. So fewer ingredients, meals that are satisfying, but not heavy. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. When you eat that meal and you're so full and you just want to lay down and take a nap. That is not how food is supposed to make you feel. You're supposed to feel energy after you eat, not exhaustion. And something else that it means for me is learning how to eat before the hunger turned into panic. And I think sometimes we all have had that feeling before where you get so hungry and then you panic and you just, and you just shove it all in because you're starving. And we don't want to get to that point. We don't want to let ourselves get to that point, right? So think about it this way. You don't just feed your body, you support your body with rest when you need it, with movement, walking, swimming, getting out there and moving your body that energizes you, but it doesn't exhaust you. With boundaries that protect your peace. That is so important. That is so important. Taking care of your body means making your body feel safe. I mean, think about that. If a body doesn't feel safe, it's not going to heal. And once you stop fighting your body, something so beautiful and magical happens. You realize you're on the same team. The body that's carried you through trauma, through inflammation, through hunger, stress, exhaustion, and it's still here. It's still showing up. It's still trying. So instead of criticizing it for not looking a certain way or reacting perfectly, because who's done that? Me, a million times. Start celebrating it. And I know I've talked about this before in my mindset shift video. Change that mindset and celebrate your body. Start saying, thank you, body. Thank you for waking up. Thank you for digesting, even when it's hard. Thank you for healing in the background when I wasn't even helping, because we know that's happened too. Because when you shift into a partnership with your body, everything gets easier. It's not a war, guys. It's a relationship. And a very good relationship starts with respect. That's really important. You've got to respect your body. All right, I'm not going to pretend that this is easy. There are some days I still get scared. I still feel broken. But I remind myself that fear isn't a flaw, it's a pattern. And patterns can be rewritten. I don't starve myself to feel better. I don't chase the numbers. I nourish. I slow down. And I tune in. I really tune in. That's huge. You've got to tune into your body. Start really focusing on those signals and listening to them. And over time, my body stopped fighting me. And it started trusting me again. So no, guys, you are not your cravings. You are not your inflammation. You're not your fatigue or your fear. You're the one who leads. You're the one who nourishes. You're the caretaker. You are the queen and the king. And at that moment, you stop waging war on your body and start partnering with it. That's when everything changes. That's when the healing begins. I hope that you guys found this video useful. And if you did, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, comment, all the good YouTube things. And I can't wait to see you guys on my next video. Love y'all. Bye.